It's your girl Ona. You know what it do, you know what it be, you know what it is, baby. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing.
Subscribe.
Thank you for turning your post notifications on, because I know you know the vibes.
You know the vibes. You know the vibes.
Okay, guys. As you can see, I mean, she's talkative already. So as you can see,
I'm here.
I have my friend here, you know, as you can see, and this is
Matabang.
and you can find her on Instagram at
Matabang.
and you can find her on Twitter as
Tabby.
Period. You can see from the title of the video, today we're going to be talking about things that have been normalized that shouldn't be normalized, right? Yes. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing is teenage pregnancy.
It's normalized.
Yes, that's what they say. These are, okay, by the way, these are things that people send through that they feel that have been normalized.
Yes. Guys, people don't plan that. And even the ones that do, then they clearly want it.
Want it?
Yes, like obviously, if you, like I'm saying, people don't want it. But then if I planned it, then I want it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, okay. I don't think it's something that's normalized, that's a bad thing. Because if people can be young moms and want to do that, then let them do that. Let them do that. They can do it fully.
Also, I really think it's happy. Let me start over. I think in the society we live in right now, everyone is literally free to do whatever they want to do. Right? So I think it's normalized in a sense, dog, if you fall pregnant and you're a teenager, that's your business. Like, it's not anyone's business. Whereas then it would have been like,
you're pregnant.
Community knows, everyone is just in your business. Now it's like no one cares.
My
like,
thing with this is we're speaking about things that are normalized and not supposed to be normalized. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right,
so it's a thing of, when you say teenage pregnancy, to me is, as soon as you say that, you're implying the fact that it's normal now and it shouldn't. I agree, sure, maybe the rates have rapidly increased. But as soon as we say it shouldn't be normalized, we associate shame along with it.
That's
and
very true.
I don't agree with that, because firstly, people don't plan this. So if you find yourself in this situation, then it is up to you to decide what you do with the fact that you're pregnant. You can keep the baby, you can abort, you can do whatever you want. All I'm saying is, I don't think it's one of the things that shouldn't be normalized. In fact, I would disagree and say it should be normalized. And I don't promote teenagers getting pregnant, but what I promote is them not being ashamed of being pregnant at their age, because it's not your belly, dog. It's not.
When we say normalize, we're saying that, sure, it's not right, but can we not put shame, look down on it?
Yes.
Okay, next.
Okay,
question.
the next one says things that have been normalized. Cheating.
Stop. No, stop. Seriously, just stop. Respect people, please. Please. Like, it's actually so normalized. Like, cheating on people, oh child, it's so normalized.
No.
Stop. Just stop it and respect people. Because you know what I feel? There's the streets and there's home. If you don't want to be home, then go to the street. Period. And don't drag along someone. Don't hurt someone while you're in the process. Don't. Just stop it. Stop it. Because you know what? I feel like there's this stigma that comes with cheating, that I'm cool, that someone is basically dumb for believing that I can love them because I'm still playing them. And I feel like we never really think about the impact it has on that person after you do that. Because we think so shallow, like, you're just thinking about cheating, stop it. Just stop cheating all of it.
Stop it. And
Don't
also,
cheat.
people are very quick on justifying cheating.
Yes.
People are very like, oh no, he's just a guy. Obviously, I mean, it's what boys do. Boys are like that. No. No, baby. No, baby.
It's not normal.
No.
Stop it. Not normal.
Stop.
Cheating is not okay. It will
not
never be
cute.
okay. Not in 10 years
It's not
or 20.
cute.
Shit, even 50. It's not okay.
Oh, also, there's this thing now where it's easier for a girl to forgive cheating than it is for a guy to forgive cheating.
because they know their worth.
Be-
You know what? And it's true.
It's true. They know their worth. Girls always wanna.
But sometimes what someone said, guys, I was just going to say, just because someone cheats on you doesn't mean that they don't love you. I'm not justifying cheating, but I do feel like sometimes people, like, if someone cheats on you, you shouldn't already take it to your mind that this person doesn't
that is true.
love
I will
you.
say, yes, I will say that sometimes when people cheat, like, they still love you, yes. But I feel, as much as you still love me, you didn't respect me enough. And you know what? Love will never just be enough. It has to come with respect. It has to come with boundaries. And the fact is, you crossed that boundary. You literally just decided, I'm gonna cheat, you know, but I still love you. So what's supposed to happen? What am I supposed to do with that information? Yes, you still love me, but you cheated. You know? And sadly, I agree with you that girls forgive more than boys. Because you know one thing about boys, they don't settle.
They don't settle.
They don't. Like, as soon as you hurt a
Guys,
boy's
know
ego,
that the gents are winning, guys.
as soon as you hurt a boy's ego,
They won.
he's out the door. He is out the door. Boys care so much about their ego that you break it once and he's gone. Sadly, for us, it's a thing of, oh, but he still loves me. So I'm gonna, you know what, guys? Actually, low-key, I'm against forgiving a guy that cheats unless you see a difference in his character. Because I feel like as soon as you, like, if you don't see a difference in his character, what's stopping him from cheating again? Understand what I'm saying? Like, you can't forgive me for cheating and I'm still the same person tomorrow, but then you expect me to still not do the same action. Unless you see a difference within my character individually, can you now forgive me for
And
cheating?
also, are you sorry that you cheated, or are you sorry that you got caught?
Let me tell you, bruh.
Like, their hearts were broken in what, grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, whatever. See, my friend doesn't believe in love.
I'm lying.
Could never be her.
No. Okay. Alright, guys. So the next one. Skashave. The next one is your people being a toxic person. So people normalize being toxic.
Yes. Can I tell you what I think? I think yes, we should normalize it, because the more people,
You should normalize being toxic.
no, not being toxic, but acknowledging that you can be toxic.
Oh,
because
yes.
the most
Okay.
toxic thing is someone who thinks they're not
They're not
toxic.
toxic.
I was about to say, Uti, you know what? Firstly, I'd like to say two things. Oh, I speak so much. Yes, it is normalized because I feel like you have people that somehow a toxic relationship. That on its own speaks a lot. That on its own speaks a lot about
Actually, the other
how
one
people
says
like
having
this.
toxic relationships.
Yeah, like I feel like it says a lot about how people now like this idea of being in a toxic relationship. And if you're in a toxic relationship and the relationship consists of two people, then that either means both of you guys are toxic or one of you guys is toxic. Sometimes I feel like toxic people don't know that they're toxic. So I'm not going to say that they normalize it because they don't know. Like if I have a toxic trait, I won't necessarily like know right now that wow, that's so toxic, you know. Some things you can pick up by yourself, but then some things you pick up in friendships that, oh, when I do this, you know, that's toxic, I should stop. But then there's people who really admire the idea of toxic people, and yes, that's not okay because why? Why do you want that for yourself?
But also, like Lebu said, the most toxic thing is not knowing that you're toxic.
Yes, but then you know you have people that like, I'm aware I'm toxic, fully. They really promote toxicness, and I think that's where it begins. That's why it's so normalized, because it's even promoted. Just be toxic, no, stop.
No.
Change.
It's not cute.
Grow.
Stop. Romanticize toxicity.
They do.
It's not cute.
They find it fascinating.
Yeah.
And I always wonder why. I speak about like, since I'm straight, I'm gonna say a toxic nigga, and I'm gonna refer it to like relationships, not friendships. When I speak about a toxic guy, like, you know what, guys? You have people that you'll tell, you know what? I have a problem with the way you speak to me. And then this boy will say, no, but you know, it's the things that you do to me, like you're manipulating me, you know? You're manipulating me into thinking I am the problem always. The reason that you talk to me is because of how I act. And I can't even think about the toxic things, guys. Excuse me, I've never really been with a toxic guy. No, seriously. So like,
It's the know your worth for me.
It is.
Period.
Heyyy.
Yo, guys.
It's fine.
I think the most for me, I think a toxic guy is a guy that knows that you do anything for him and literally take advantage of that at any given moment. Right? So literally knowing that he can do whatever he wants to do and cheat and what, and he can still come back to you and you'll forgive him. Teenagers or young, teenagers rather, being sexually active.
It's been normalized.
It's been normalized and it shouldn't.
Sexually activity, having sex. Complicated. It's a bit, I feel like in terms of it being normalized now, open platforms for teenagers to speak about it more. And that is the positive aspect of it. Because I feel like if we're being realistic, I can't say like I said, but if we're being realistic, a lot of teenagers are having sex. And at the end of the day, the conversation needs to be had, because I feel like it's one of those things that you need to tell teenagers, don't do this, do that, stay healthy. Ways to prevent, everything like that. When you're 16, you're two different people. Would you have still made the same decision if you were 16? And that's why I believe, no. I just feel like rest. Just rest, dog. Rest, And it is normalized and it shouldn't. But I will say, out of it being normalized, we have the positive factor of it being a constant conversation and teenagers being frequently educated about this. Because I'd rather have a situation of a lot of kids are having sex, but know exactly the preventions, what is going on and everything like that, than rather have it not normalized and kids are still doing that, but no. But now they're less informed.
Undercover.
Yes, they're less informed of the situation, because no good can come out of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to read you something. It's okay. It's so I asked, do you think sex is normalized in society and it shouldn't, and why? And someone responded, said, we can't be trying to move forward as a society and yet be worried about sex being normalized. Yes, it is in the Bible that sex before marriage is a sin, but not everyone has the same beliefs, and that's totally okay. My thing is, so what I think, I'm so sorry, I'll log out now. So to give you context, basically, we had a whole conversation
About this.
So it was So going back to what you said is that as soon as I understand, don't normalize it, but also as soon as it's not normalized, it's a thing shame gets into play. And now people feel guilty, and now people feel shameful basically for doing it.
Yes.
You get, and automatically, I personally feel like automatically when that happens and when those feelings get into the picture, immediately you feel alone.
Okay, and nothing good comes out of it.
And nothing good comes out of that.
This is why I was saying, out of this whole thing of it being normalized, the one positive thing I can say is that now it's a frequent conversation.
True.
That people feel less ashamed and guilty. And yes, I will say, I think of something positive, like having sex at a young age leading to something positive. I still can't think of it. I can't say, wow, I'm gonna scratch out beliefs, I'm gonna scratch out what the Bible says about sex before marriage. Let's be honest, kids having sex at 13, 14, 15, please mention one positive thing, because I promise you 90% of the time either a girl will come out saying, I didn't feel comfortable, or now it's a problem of them loving their body because of how someone made them feel during that act. and that is something that is going to
even
impact
after.
them later on in life. So as I'm saying, I can't think of anything positive that comes out of having sex at a young age. Nothing. I guess my problem is now society has normalized like being pleasured, you know, and not in a bad way, you know, like sharp, be pleasured. But what I'm saying is pleasure is a temporary feeling, and things don't like people don't think about what they're sacrificing. Ooh, child. People don't think about what they're sacrificing for the momentary feeling of pleasure, you know.
One says mental health. That mental health is not a serious thing.
It really has been normalized, and it's a problem. It's a serious problem. Mental health, like take your mental health seriously. If you think you have problems, I would say tell your parents, but that's why I do mind. I think it's been normalized. Yes, not taking mental health seriously has been normalized because, how do I put this?
Can I please just say,
Yes.
unfortunately, whether we like it or not, there are people that are going to use mental health as an excuse to
Yes.
get their way.
Yes, I was about to say that people have been exposed to people who lie about their mental health or dwell on their mental health for benefits, you know,
Exactly.
for things that they know will benefit them as soon as they mention that, oh, I have anxiety or I'm depressed. So I feel like that's why people have this view as soon as someone says, nah, I actually struggle with depression. At the back of my head, I already think, serious.
So it's where you
Not
know
this
what
again.
you're doing is wrong, but instead of correcting it, you're just gonna constantly blame your mental health.
Yes.
Doesn't understand, or when they think it's a thing of no, just like
Bad puppy, someone.
buy pizza, but it's not that. If it wasn't that serious, I wouldn't like bring it up. Do you understand? So I genuinely feel like it's important that people understand that some people actually do have like a condition that they have no control over. Example, when someone gets depressed, it's not a thing of I want to be depressed. Oh my God.
Yes, but that's our
You
thing.
understand?
You know that I was explaining how it's normalized because they're playing around with the idea of being not mentally okay.
But
And you have people.
You can be in a depressive state, as in currently I know I'm not okay, like
Yes.
I'm literally at my lowest. Then you know that mentally you're not okay. Then there's when you're clinically depressed, and not from my understanding, from what I know, from what I like also was, because in my family like it's a genetic thing, right? So when I still didn't understand, my granddad told me that like what he was told was that before he was diagnosed, it's a hormonal imbalance. So basically your hormones are literally imbalanced. So when your happy hormone is basically not there, which is why you like find yourself taking pills, it's so like a rescue so that you can literally be okay. Like you overthink everything. A bee would literally chill here and we'd be sad the whole day because why did this bee choose me? Like why me? There were 5 people here and this bee chose me and it stung me. Now what? Like why me?
Why me?
So it's literally why it's more mental, because literally whatever that's going on in your head is not making sense as it should. Then there's something has happened, now I'm sad. So how do we get over it?
Okay, so
Trying to normalize it, like we're accepting that it's a thing.
it's a thing. But take your mental health seriously, guys. Like it's
a real thing.
It's real, and sometimes you develop it.
But
Like
don't think
sometimes
it's-
you didn't have
don't think
anxiety,
it's-
but now you have it. And you know what? With mental health, don't let people make you feel like, ah man, it's just something tiny. No, if you feel it's a problem, it's a problem. Go get help.
and also be very
how.
intentional about helping yourself.
Yes, because you know what? You get people. I think you can head. Just don't dwell on that situation. Try your best to get better.
No, you get people.
No, I was going to comment on how people dwell on that situation sometimes, but then some people explain to me it's a thing of they don't want to dwell. They don't want to be there, but they're still there. Well, now that's
Also, we
their
stand
best.
to be corrected.
Yes.
We stand to be corrected.
Yes.
It really is an open
For me, it's
platform.
like I see you. I'm like, I'm gonna let go of the people dwelling on the situation. Just try your best to get out of whatever situation or whatever mental state that is not good for you. Try your best to get out of it. As in, seek help.
Look at the signs that your family and your friends give you. Do you get?
In terms of
Mental, like sometimes mutano buwa that. Sometimes you see a change in, for example, like I had an uncle that committed suicide, but no one, like everyone could like
check on your
people, but it was a thing of maybe he's just not in the mood, but it was actually like he's actually not coping.
so, guys, also remember to check on your friends.
check on your friends, check
Remember-
on your family,
Yes,
guys.
check on everyone.
Check on
Because
your
someone
people.
could be going through something and you will not know it.
And also be kind, guys. Everyone is going through something.
Actually, I want to talk about something. It has been normalized to be rude. Stop it. It's not cool.
Stop it.
No, it's not.
Stop it.
You know, like you vocal about being rude. And you know what? Yes, be kind because you never know what someone is going through. But what if we were all not going through something? That does not give anyone an excuse to be rude. So all I'm saying is be kind always. Oh, like stop being rude for no reason, unprovoked. Like you're giving someone attitude, things like that. Because firstly, yes, you might not know what they're going through. But secondly, why?
For what?
What is the reason? You know, like in fact, they're so proud of them and their attitude. And I just feel like, no,
Stop it.
it's not cool. It's not fun.
Guys, that's it for today. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And please don't forget to subscribe.
No, this whole video and not subscribe. Please, like we're saying, be kind and subscribe.
And subscribe.
Be kind and subscribe. Subscribe? No, really.
Subscribe.
Please subscribe. Please subscribe. We put effort into this.
Alright, guys. To go. Now you know what? Bye, guys.